Hey guys, it's Volkswagen Mechanic and welcome back to another video. I know I haven't posted in a while, but I only post when I actually have something to talk about. And that's not always very often because sometimes things run smoothly and I don't have anything to fix. But anyways, today as you can see, well, this is kind of going to be an introduction slash showing you how to do something. So you might not recognize the tractor or mower, whichever you want to call it, in front of your screen, but this is actually a New Holland GT18, as you can see. It's kind of in the middle of mower and tractor range. It's bigger than a mower, like it's bigger than our Troy-Bilt, but it's smaller than a tractor, so it's kind of called a garden tractor, basically. Anyways, we recently acquired this from some friends because they were moving, and we agreed to store their orange Husqvarna mower and sell it for them for free, basically. So they gave us this mower in return. And the Husqvarna is actually out in the shed with our Troy-Bilt, so I probably won't show you guys that ever because we'll just be selling it and it'll be out of here. But this one's staying, so I'm going to show you a little bit about it and the problem that we're dealing with today. So it's obviously pretty old. The GT18 was made around like 97 to 2003. So yeah, it's about like 20 years old at least. But it's still a really good tractor that works fine. Anyways, yeah, I'm going to show you around a little bit. So obviously this particular one has no deck under it for mowing. And you can put a deck on these garden tractors. It just didn't come with one for some reason. But it's okay. We don't really need a deck because, we already have the Troy-Bilt to mow the yard. This one we're mainly going to use for towing. As you can see, our little trailer's hooked up to it. And we're hoping in the future to get a little plow for the front of it so we can plow snow in the winter. Anyways, you can see we got a little display here. It's a lot more fancy than our Troy-Bilt, actually, with actual like gauges and lights up here. But yeah, so let me show you guys what's happening. So pop the hood. Basically, I know on these tractors, well, first of all, let me show you the engine. You actually have to pop the hood. This is actually a Kohler. I'm not sure which Kohler, but it is a Kohler. Oh yeah, there it is. Kohler Command 18. Okay. Anyways, let me show you guys what's going on here. So basically, I don't know if we need the hood open for this. I don't think we do. Actually, we probably do. Anyways, basically, it's actually a problem on these mowers, which, by the way, this New Holland GT18 or whatever, the GT18 is actually, what I'm about to say also goes for the Toro Wheel Horse 520xi. Because if you didn't know, Toro actually made these New Hollands for New Holland. So it's basically the same thing as the early 2000s, late 90s Toro Wheel Horse 520xi. It's basically the same thing. Anyways, I've seen that other people have had issues with this as well on their like wheel horses as well. So let me show you. So basically, as you can see, there's 3 spots on the key. If I can show you, there you go. There's stop, there's run, there's start over there, and then there's headlights. So it's not as simple as our Troy-Bilt, where it just has one turn the key to whatever. So basically, if you turn it to the headlights position, the headlights come on and then go off when you turn it to the next position. I'm going to explain this problem to you before I start the engine because it's going to be pretty loud. So basically what happens is when the engine is running, aka in the run position here, and you try to turn it to headlights, to turn on the headlights, it stalls the engine. And the problem with this is the ignition switch is defective and it's shorting out when you turn it all the way to headlights and actually acting like you turned it to stop and telling the engine to stop. That's the problem. I've diagnosed it. But you can either just get a new ignition switch and replace it, which shouldn't be too hard. The ignition switch, if I can show you guys, it's right under here. It's kind of tight up in there. Let me see. The ignition switch is actually right back there. That wiring harness that's going up into there, that's the ignition switch. This up here is the hour meter. Yeah, that's the ignition switch. So basically, you can just like replace the ignition switch, which, I mean, it is tight in there, but it shouldn't be too difficult. Or, if you don't want to do that, this trick might work, and I figured this out last night. So basically, if I have the engine all the way in run, and I turn it all the way to headlights, it stalls the engine, right? But basically, if I just turn it little by little until the headlights come on, let me see. As you can see, that came on. It doesn't stall the engine because it's not all the way there, so it doesn't short out. And that way you can still use the headlights. So let me go ahead and I'll shut the hood so you guys can see this better. But I'm going to start up the engine and show you guys what I mean. Okay. So I don't know if you guys can hear me anymore, but let me show you what happened. Basically, you turn it all the way to headlights on, like that, it stalls the engine. See, I just turned it, see, it's not at stop, I just turned it all the way to headlights and it stalled the engine. But let me show you what I do if I just turn it a little bit there. You'll be able to see the reflection of the headlights on the stuff over there. Oh, I turned it a little bit too far. Why is it having trouble starting? Okay. Why did it turn off again? Alright, there we go. So, oh, I turned it too far again. Come on. Alright, now let me try this again. So see, I turned it. Let me show you. Headlights on, engine still running. What I did is, see how it's kind of in between run and headlights? I turned it slowly to the left until the headlights came on, but not all the way to the headlight switch so it doesn't short out. Headlights on, engine running. It's as simple as that, guys. All you gotta do is when it's in the run, turn it little by little to the left until the headlights switch on, but it's not completely at the headlight position, and then it won't stall. Of course, you can just put in a new ignition switch. That's what I was planning to do anyways. But I was actually originally planning to just put in a new ignition switch. But now that I know about this hack, I probably won't unless it like stops working or breaks. Because there's no reason to tamper with it if I have a way to still use it the way it is. So, that's how to make the headlights work on a faulty ignition switch on a new Holland GT18 or Toro Wheel Horse 520xi. So I hope this video is informational. Of course, if it gets bad enough, you should just replace the ignition switch because you don't want it to break and you can't start the tractor at all in the future. But yeah, it's definitely, if you don't want to mess with it, it's definitely a good way to still use it with the faulty ignition switch. So, I hope this video is informational, guys. I'm sure there'll be more videos coming on this tractor in the future because we'll probably be putting like a blade on the front of it and getting it ready for different things. But that's it for now, guys. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and like this video. And yeah, hopefully this helps you out. I'll see you in the next one.